Most everybody knows by now that a credit score is something a lender may look at when considering you for a loan. The problem is, many people don't know much more than that. So here's a simple way to think about it. A credit score is a number. That number is calculated using a formula that evaluates how you pay your bills, how much debt you carry, and how all of that stacks up against other borrowers. The score can help predict, among other things, how likely you are to pay a creditor on time. The more positive the information in your 3 credit reports, the higher your scores for each are likely to be. And the higher your scores, the more likely you are to receive beneficial terms for loans and credit. Make sense? There are many different scoring formulas used by lenders today. And even the same formula used to evaluate your 3 reports on the same day can produce a different score for each. Why? Even though virtually every major lender in the U.S. provides information to the 3 national credit reporting companies, not all creditors report to all 3 all the time, and each may report on a different cycle. Fortunately, TransUnion helps simplify things by providing an easy-to-understand graphic along with each score you received to show how you will rank against other credit-active consumers in the U.S. and are likely to be viewed by lenders. So whether the scores associated with each of your 3 reports are just slightly different or significantly different, you can see how each is likely to be interpreted and used by a lender. Let's take a look at how this can play out. In this first example, the score for each report is somewhat different, but in each case, the graphics provided help clarify that lenders are still likely to view all 3 of these scores as very good. In the next example, however, one of the scores falls significantly below the other 2, which, as we can plainly see via the graphics, would likely cause that score to be viewed as good instead of very good. If we look back at the credit reports behind each of these last scores, we'd likely find the core issue contributing to the lowest score is something like a late payment or other negative item appearing on just that one report. If this was your report and you felt that item was inaccurate, it would certainly be cause to investigate further. On the other hand, if it was accurate, you'd be wise to consider yourself lucky it only made it onto one of your reports and get busy modifying those core credit management habits to avoid similar problems in the future. Bottom line, plain and simple, there is no one score or scoring formula that's used all the time. And the specific formula a lender chooses to use to evaluate the content of your credit reports is absolutely beyond your control. What's within your control is your ability to handle your credit obligations responsibly each month. And take simple steps to keep yourself in good credit standing, including reviewing your own credit reports regularly to ensure each consistently paints you in the most accurate and positive light possible. If we can leave you with one final thought as we wrap up here, it's this. Focus your efforts on the core credit management habits that can help build healthy credit reports and ultimately those desirable credit scores for you. And you'll be well served when it comes to your credit health. Thanks for giving us the opportunity to share this important information. We invite you to learn more anytime at www.transunion.com. For information about the laws governing credit reporting and your rights as a consumer, visit www.ftc.gov.